Hello everyone! Hello again! How are you?
Good.
Okay. My, these days, hello? Yeah, you guys can hear like a lot of customers saying that, oh yeah, I can get this a lot cheaper in online, you know, and it's all the exactly same amount but cheaper. And then you'll be like, really? I know it's different, but you don't know how different it is, right? So we're going to show you why this is different. It's not only for, is it because of our craftsmanship? Is it because of our soul spirit? So I will show you why, how. And if you know all this process, how we actually make this one, you'll be proudly say to your customer, it's a totally different item. We are not just selling it. It's our SOHO item. That's why we have a logo on it. There's a reason. So I'm gonna show you, starting from the design. So you see the all different designs here. You wonder how it come out. So, you know, we're gonna start with the design. This design is it's nothing like out of nowhere, and then we have to find out like based on what we are selling. So we gotta try to find out the trendy of our stuff. So the designer is not based on what we're selling. They have to think about what the customer needs. The things that we don't really have one, they gotta think about the customer needs. Sometimes we have to create customers' needs. But we are the only one who knows this up. Throughout the 15 years of our experience, we know exactly what the customer wanted. That's why your opinion is very important. So when you guys have some opinion in your location, we are the one who accept the information a lot faster than any one of us. So when we get the idea, when we tell the main office, and if it's possible for them to make it, they make the design out of it. When they make the design like this, well, they can do the hand drawing and they can do the computer drawing too. But when they make the hand drawing, you have to do even the same size of a stone and then real size of the picture. So it has to be, when you actually make it, you can imagine. So how you can see that how hard it is just by the drawing. We have to count the stone and then the stone size as well. And so right after the design, and then, okay, if we got the approval for the design, and then we gotta go to making waxing process. So, see, this is the design they got approved, and then let's just say the waxing, to the waxing process there's two. One is the waxing itself, and then the other one is carving with the metal. So the waxing is more for the detail. A lot of the lines and all these delicate items is all by hands. It's professional craftsman. It took 2 weeks to 1 month. So just with the one item. It's not that easy. That's why a lot of the Chinese factory they making out of metal. Metal one is we are using a very easy design. Like you don't really need a lot of line, a simple design. So they can just make it as with iron too. But that also very hard one too, even though it's not as delicate as the other design. The metal part is this is metal, then you gotta make the sculpture out of this. That's also very hard. But our items are more detailed items. So the waxing, it took forever, but we still did it. And after the waxing, the reason they are represented here, I think because of waxing process. I don't know if some of you maybe remember 5 years ago, we actually did it ourselves to learn how hard it is to actually do the waxing process. Because I only did J letter. I cut myself, my finger, and it was blood all over. You need that much of very professional words. Then that much hard. It takes 2 weeks to 1 month. Can you even imagine? After the waxing, and then we do the plaster cast. What it means with the waxing, I will show you here. the seeding cast. So this is the base one that you can actually make the later on to the mass product. So this part is very important. You make the plaster cast, put the waxing that you put it in, and then put this together. Put whatever is supposed to put the liquid on it. They make the exact size they is supposed to make the reproduce. So this is the basic plaster cast. So with this one, out of these, from the waxing, it comes out this. And then from this, it's gonna go into the silicone molding, which is, you can put this on so you can make the more, you can reproduce all these items. So if you see, what they're doing right now is a silicone molding. So they already get the plaster cast. They're trying to put this as many as possible. So it's the very important part, because even if we don't really put it in right, the shape, the appearance, look is totally different. So you gotta be very careful to put it in here. So you can make the hole. And then what they're trying to do now, they made this hole and they put this together and they put it in those spinning machine here, spinning wheel. And then they're trying to put the melted metal right there. This is the part that is the chemical, the quality of our items got decided here. So if this Chinese factory, they don't really care about the quality item. They just put the cheap items, melted metal there, and it's easy to break. And that part is very important and very, it has to be very precise, the rate of the chemical. And then when you put it in those melted metal, it shouldn't be any kind of water down there. Otherwise, there's a big chance of it get exploded too. So very, very delicate works right there in that page. So after that, you're going to see this kind of comes out, the casting come out. And then with this one, now all those part, you use the top edges, you cut it, make it more smoother, and then you're gonna color coding right there. With a silver powder coating or gold powder coating, the base one. And then to have a better the color, they do the 2 or 3 layers. But even this color coding, this one is right now the checking the quality, but right after this is going to show you how it's supposed to be the color coding right here. I'm going to give you so you can take a look at these stuff so you can feel that how it's supposed to make it. But while you are actually looking at it, listening the color coding part, the color coding, the place is not that many even in China, because when we have all kind of designs right there, there's only 2 or 3 places. So when you actually they're getting online to get it color coded, because not many factory they care for it, because it's a very hard job. Because a lot of the chemical works right there. Sometimes you feel like there is a defective item, if the color coding doesn't come out right, so easily the color change it too. So not to do that, they are doing the 2 or 3 times, and then also each item, they have to do, you saw earlier with the line, it's one by one, it's gotta be hanging. So make sure there's evenly, they put it on the color codings right there to make the base. Okay? And then that's why, even though we have our own design, because the color coding place is not many places right there, and then some of our items sitting there for 2 weeks in line to get the color coded. That was the moment that easily our items got stolen. Because in other factory, they bring their items to color coding and they see all those stuff. Even though we made a contract with all these people, they easily just grab it and take it out our item, and then that's why there's our fake items comes in. But funny thing is, you see that the fake item is a lot bigger than our items, right? Have you ever seen the fake item that's a little bigger than our items? You know why? Like this. Because so far we did all this process, waxing, we did a plaster cast, we did, the silicone molding. They got rid of all this process. What they do, they took our item and they put the heat on it and then take all this stone out. They put our item itself, put it in the silicone molding. So it has to get bigger. So that's why our item is, even though it's exactly the same, and even if it says a SOHO, it looks bigger. Just for the design, to get approved, it takes some time, and just to get the waxing, I go through 2 weeks to 1 month. They got rid of all this process and they just put it on there to make it easy way. They don't have any spirit, they don't really have any idea, they just want it to make it easy. And those kind of people, do you think that they think about the quality? No, they also wanted to make it cheaper. That's why when you see the item that is not ours, you see that a lot less quality. Easily break it or a little bigger, even the design-wise, something is not right. Okay? After all these, and then they have this space, right? I'm gonna give you this one too. They start putting in the color coordination with the stone, right? They already made a design out of this one. They still wanted to put it in actual how it looks. But the color coordination is very important too. So it's gotta be approved by the Sue and our design director. And it's gotta be all by hands, one by one. And then if it's okay, they say no, they gotta do this again. And then if this color coordination is okay, they said no, then they gotta do this again. But so many times they put it in with a blue color coordination or yellow color coordination, or you saw the mix the color of those, it has to be the right color. Once it got approved, and then they put it in with the glue, with the epoxy glue that you already know. And then after put it in right before that, they checking the last another inspection, make sure that this plate, the body looks okay. And then when this body comes out, before you put the actual stone, we gotta put the combs here, they attach together. Or they put the jaws together, they put the body together, that after you make this body, like this, and they start putting in the stone. For with epoxy glue, you put it in the stone, and to stay in better, they're gonna bake it for 12 hours. But after, if still it's not comes out right, they gotta start all over again. All this process. It could be possible to have not right basic cast, and they have to do this all over again. And after that, after they bake the 12 hours, and then they pack it, make sure they do another inspection if there's any defect on it, and then packed it and ready to ship. This is all those processes that we do. And so these are the baked items you will see. These are the items that we're going to make all this process out of it. See, these kind of sticks, how weak it is. The baked one. And then even the stone, sometimes the stone it's not even a glass. So that's why they make it look really dull. At least I want you to recognize which one is ours, which one is not ours. You see that our items, how they well made, it's totally different. Customers say it's exactly the same, but it's totally different quality. And then maybe some of you guys think that, why our company keep the factory, because it costs a lot of money, it costs a lot of works and stuff, and can we just buy the better one and just sell it cheaper? I actually honestly asked Sue, why? You don't get cheaper because everything's too expensive, you know? Like, can you just make it cheaper? Just buy all the stuff they already made and just put our SOHO logo on it. It'll be easier. You know what she says? There's no SOHO sprinkler, right? She's an artist. We have to be the artist. We make the art. You know, without it, we can just buy the easily cheap one, put it on SOHO, sell it cheap. The reason we are Louis Vuitton, a brand name in our business, because of the SOHO spirit. Even though it's a lot easier, cheaper, faster, right? We can just copy all this fake company, but we don't want to do it because we have our SOHO spirit, right? And then you will see that it's one of our items. And then Sue told me that customer actually bought this. Oh yeah, I bought this online, so I want to return it. So they return it for them because they look exactly the same, and then as soon as she got this, it's like easily break. How is it possible for our $300 items can be same as this? You see, there's people they don't really think about how to use it. That's why they put the comb this short. They don't really think about it. There's no SOHO spread. There's a SOHO spread. Make it as more curves, because our shape is a curve, so they make it as a curve. They make it a little longer. The designer, when they make it, they actually think about it. Our customers, what we need. Right? Or they can make it a little cheaper, very light, but this is very easily great. Ours isn't. You can take a look at the difference. No, customer always say, oh, it look always the same. I got it a lot cheaper. But there is a reason why our items are so expensive, right? You will see the more expensive item from now on. Like, it's never gonna get cheaper because every the works that we do is always gonna be handmade works. It's almost 100%, right? Any questions from the process? Now you guys know why we have to be proud of our product? Really? The factory was in Korea, was in China, but now we can't even afford this costs too much money for us. And then we cannot do the mass product just with 100 location. So they are thinking about moving our factory to Vietnam. Yeah.
What kind of glue do you use for the stones?
Epoxy glue.
Is that the strongest?
Yeah. And then they baked it. That's why it lasts 6 months.
So if your product is sitting outdoors, if your product is outdoors, does the heat make it, or does it stick in long for the stones?
I don't think it's the heat. It's about how they. I don't really know about those, but they bake it 12 hours, make it stick it together, even last longer. But even with after, like we put in all these stuff in the right process, after 6 months, it's supposed to be come out. Glue never gonna stay forever. It's not only about a company. It's any kind of a company we do. When you actually put the glue together, that's what's happening.
Yeah, the reason why they use the oven is because the factory they don't have a controlled environment where it's always 75 degrees. In the wintertime, it's 20 degrees, 25 degrees when they're working in the factory. That's why they have to use the oven for the controlled environment.